Good morning, Berlin seniors. It is 3 degrees outside this morning, so good choice to be home on Zoom. So let's sit back in our chair. Find your sit bones and sit up nice and straight and tall. We'll take the shoulders down and back and turn our palms to the ceiling. Just take a nice deep breath. Fill the belly. And let it out. Sit for a moment and we'll close our eyes and just take a moment to center. Closing your eyes. Softening your face and neck. On the length of your arms and hands. Releasing your chest and your belly. And softening down through your thighs and your knees. Down the length of your legs, your shins, your calves. And lastly, down into your feet and your toes. And allow that breath to flow in easily. And then let it go. When you're ready, open your eyes and come back. And we'll begin. Move to the edge of our chair. Asking your abdomen and your core to work a little bit here. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. Take your arms by your side and we'll lift the shoulders, draw them back. I want to warn you, if I sound a little lispy, I have my new Invisalign in, and I feel like it affects my speech. You probably don't even notice the difference. It's probably all about me in my head. All right, so take those shoulders up, down, and back, and hang your arms by your side. We're going to just warm up here. So we're drawing your shoulders down and forward, and then up and down and back. So we're creating this like an upside down U. Bringing them down and forward, and then up and down and back. See how that feels. The next time you draw them up, down, and back, just hold for a breath here. Nice open chest. Okay, release the effort. And now we'll draw them forward and down, and then back and up. So this time we're working on the U shape. Down, back and up, down, forward and up. Try that. See how it feels. And then release and bring your shoulders to neutral, and we'll just bounce them down, shake the tension out. Let's take your chin and we'll bring it down to your chest. Open up the back of your neck. And the next time you inhale the breath, roll the head over towards your right shoulder, and then chin back to the center of your chest. So rolling the head over and open, and then back to center. 3 times on, this is my right side. Then bringing the chin back to center, we'll lift it to neutral. Try the other side, so chin to chest. This time we're rolling to the left. you, it looks like you're right, and it's okay. You follow what I do, or you can follow what I say. Whatever works. Let's bring the chin back to center and then lift the head to neutral. Let's do a twist here. I'm going to take my left arm and bring it over here to my right knee. Then the right hand comes on top. I'm going to lift the arm up at shoulder height and sweep it back and behind me. So I'm using the in-breath to open here. You can even hold on to the side of your knee and really draw the knee in one direction and the arm in the other. See how that feels. Let's do about 5. 2 more. And the last one. And always come to center before we go to the other side. So other side, right arm, left knee, left hand on top. We're going to sweep it back. And 2 more. And the last one. Let's place the hands on our thighs. And take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, glide your hands down forward towards your ankles so you can hang your head, or at least just let it go a bit. Next time you inhale, we'll walk the hands up and over. Back to sleep. Let's sit back in our chair. So more than half my thigh is on the chair at this point. We'll bring those feet together and knees together, and then we'll just walk them wide. And walk them together. Try it again and walk them wide. And together, and last time we'll walk them wide. And together. Spend a few minutes warming up the legs. So stretching my right leg here, just a little pointing first. Some circles. And other direction. And release, we'll go to the other side. So left leg will point and flex. Circles. You may notice that one ankle has more flexibility than the other, and that's okay. Third direction. And feet on the floor, and we'll just tap them and wake them up. Okay, let's lift both legs now, press through the heels. Point the toes, and we'll go over and under. And back to center, we'll bend the knees and come forward again. Ankles under knees, shoulders up, down, and back. Let's take a few nice deep breaths. And we'll use our arms. Inhaling, arms out to the side, turn your palms up and all the way up on the inhale, and then exhaling out and down. A few of these. So inhaling and exhaling. Your own breath now. You don't have to necessarily follow me. And last one, nice deep breath in. And nice deep breath out. Let's stand right up. It's 3 degrees, so we need to create that heat, and we do that with standing posture. So let's stand up. I'm also going to turn my chair away from me. I'm going to stand alongside so that you always have it there. Need it. So let's come into mountain pose and all that mountain means. Grounding in your feet. Spread your toes. Feet are hip width apart. Then easy knees. Lifting your torso up and out of your center, and then the shoulders come up back again. Lots of room here for your neck. Once you create the space by drawing the shoulders down. So lift up to the crown of your head. Imagine that a string coming up and through the top of your head, and it was pulling you up. How long and tall could you make your frame? Okay, let's make our feet nice and wide here, and we'll just place your hands on your hips and we'll move from side to side. So we're just still warming up. Add some circles, so pressing back and then forward. And the next time you come forward, we'll draw those circles in the light. Pressing hips forward and then back. Remember, your knees are always easy. Not need to stress them out. Just keep a micro bend in the knee and we'll come to center. Walk the feet together. We'll come back into our mountain. Let's turn behind the chair. Stand in mountain directly behind your chair. You want to be, my toes are about maybe 7 inches from back legs of my chair. We're going to do a downward dog, a standing downward dog. So we'll start with the breath in. And as you exhale, just walk away and allow the head to dip between your elbows. Remember, easy knees here. And the next time you inhale, we'll lift and walk back behind the chair. Let's move in and out of downward dog with our breath. And the next time you inhale, walk to the back of your chair. We'll hold for a breath. Let's open our feet nice and wide. And my toes are pointing to the corners of the room. And yours are going to point wherever they need to point. And keep in mind where your toes are pointing, your hips are pointing. What should be comfortable. Take the shoulders up, down, and back, and then we'll inhale the arms out and then up with our palms facing forward. So this is the letter X. Let's just work with this pose for a minute. Reaching up through your fingers, reaching down through your legs. Inhaling nice and deep. And exhaling nice and deep. Next time you inhale, we'll bend the elbows and walk the feet together. Coming back into mountain for a breath. Let's try that again. Open your feet nice and wide. Down through your heels and the pad of your big toe. And inhale the arms up and all the way up with your palms facing forward. Reach up through your fingers and down through your feet. Notice your low back. You can tuck your tailbone under just a bit and pull the belly in. The strongest part of your letter X is your abdomen, your core. Next time you exhale, bend the elbows and walk the feet together. We'll come back into mountain. Let's open our feet nice and wide again. Another letter X, and we're going to move it into what's called the Goddess Pose. So here we are. Weight in your heels. Inhale your arms out and up. Arms facing forward. Breathe one nice deep breath in letter X. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, bend the elbows and bring them to the sides of your torso here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And at the same time, we're going to bend the knees. It's like this. Inhaling, letter X, and exhaling, Goddess Pose. Try not to come forward. Lift that chest nice and tall. One more time, here we go. Inhaling, letter X, and exhale, Goddess Pose. Feel the weight in your heels rather than forward on your toes. Let's inhale, letter X, and exhale, release the arms and walk the feet together. Mountain Pose. We'll hold for a breath. Creating heat in standing poses. Let's try another heat building standing pose, and it's called the chair pose. It has 3 components. And that's inhaling the arms out in front, the palms facing, and then exhaling into your imaginary chair. And the third part is to inhale and lift the arms next to your ears, but that's pretty advanced, so go where you feel the best. And back into mountain, move into our chair. Inhaling, arms open, out and open. Exhaling, sit in your imaginary chair. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale the arms down. Hold for a breath in mountain. Let's move in and out of chair. Here we go. Inhale the arms out in front. Exhale. Inhale. Legs are straight and down come the arms. Into your chair. With your chair. One more chair, we'll hold. Into your chair. And hold for a breath. Inhaling, straighten the legs. Exhale, arms down. Come back into mountain. And we'll hold for a breath. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath. Let's turn back to our chair. We'll move into the down dog again. So breathing in. And exhaling. Inhaling, rocking back to mountain. And exhaling, downward dog. Inhaling back to mountain. And last, downward dog, we'll hold for a breath. Easy knees, nice deep breath. Next time you inhale your breath, you'll lift back into the mountain pose. Let's turn our chair around. We'll stand right in front of the chair. Mountain. You're looking down, you can see your feet, and they're right up to the edge of your chair, so you're really close. We're going to do a forward bend. Starting with the breath in, and use the arms, so nice breath in. Out and up. And as you exhale the breath, you'll move from your hips. Your knees are easy and come to the forward bend. Let's inhale into the half forward bend, which means my arms are straight and my knees are straight. Bent at the hip in the half forward bend. Put a nice deep bend in the knee. We'll take the hands from the chair right to your thighs and press your feet in. Lift up to mountain. Let's do another forward bend and we use the arms out and up. Exhale, move forward. Easy knee. Inhale, half forward bend. And exhale, forward bend. I'll show you another way to come out, which is to hang the arms by your side. Easy knees. Lifting the arms out. We'll go all the way up again. If your head and neck feel okay, you can look up there. We'll exhale. Namaste. Okay, let's try it all together. Inhaling out. Going forward bend. Inhaling half forward bend and exhaling forward bend. Inhaling arms out to the side. Out and up. Exhaling. Namaste. Let's inhale into a forward bend. We come forward bend. Hold the outside of the chair for a half forward bend. And exhale. Inhale the half forward bend. Exhale, half forward bend. And we're going to inhale right foot back. We're holding on to the side of your chair, stepping right foot back. We're going to bend the forward knee. I'm going to move my foot up a little higher so that that knee is touching the chair. My back leg is nice and straight, you can see. And my forward knee, which is the left knee, is right up to the chair. And this is a lunge pose. It's a great pose for the calf, right? You feel that back leg. your hip. Nice open hip. And as you inhale the next time, we'll straighten the leg and step the back foot forward. Let's come into the forward bend again. And all you need to do that is just to allow yourself to come down. Easy, easy. Let's inhale, half forward bend again. And this time we're going to step the left foot back. And the right foot forward. I'm going to walk my foot all the way up so that my knee is touching the chair. The back leg is nice and straight. You can see a nice line at the back of my head, the heel, pulling the belly, pressing my feet down into the earth to support this nice stretch. Opening. I'm going to inhale, straighten the legs a tiny bit, and step that back foot forward. Now, even off your feet into a half forward bend. And let's walk back into a downward dog. I'm bringing my hands to the front of the chair, and then I'm going to walk back into a downward dog. Hold on to the side or make your hands flat like I'm going to do. This time I'm going to come up onto the balls of my feet and draw my hips forward. As you can see, my hands are coming more to the center of the side of the chair. And I'm just going to drop my hips forward. I'm not going to stay here very long. I'm going to press back. My hands walking forward on the chair. Down dog. Let's inhale the right foot forward. Bring it all the way up. See if you can touch the chair with that knee. Holding on to the side of your chair. Again, we're in the lunge pose. Let's step that right foot back to meet the left. Downward dog. And as you inhale with breath, lift the chest, and then lift the left foot forward. Holding on to the sides of your chair, the knee is all the way up. See if you can make a nice straight line on the back of your head, the back of your heel. Let's inhale, straighten the legs a bit, and then walk the back foot forward, even off your feet, and we'll just draw yourself into a forward bend. Let's stay here for a breath. And as you inhale, my arms are straight. My legs are straight. I'm going to put a nice deep bend in the knees and transfer my hands from the chair. My thighs, and I'm going to press nice and hard into the floor and coming back into my mountain pose. Should be nice and warm by this time. And lots of standing poses which create lots of heat. So take a moment. Your legs are nice and stretched. Your abdomen's been working. Nice deep breath in that mountain pose. Okay, let's come down to hands and knees, and we'll leave the chair there in case you need it to help you up. Come all the way down onto our hands and knees. And first we'll move in the table pose. So let me give you a little tip here. A lot of folks don't have even some of my friends who are, not over 65 at this point, but still kind of complain about the pain in their wrists when they come into hands and knees posture. So it's real. One thing you can do is just bring your hands forward. It's more of an incline, right? Another thing you can do is really open your fingers, create lots of space between them. And put the effort into this side of your hand. So the base of your thumb, all the way up through your index finger. Feel the majority of the weight in that space. That might help. Now, if that still doesn't help, you have the option to get these handles. And they're a big circle, they have a handle in the center, and you hold them with a fist and see this kind of, everything lines up. So instead of this dressing up your wrist, the wrist is in a neutral position. So you. And then my back, I'm not going to round it or arch it. I'm going to make it nice and flat. Let's just stretch the back leg, right leg to the back, cross through the heel. Go to the other side. Left leg, curl the toes under, press through the heel. Okay, let's move the arms. So right arm right up next to your ear. Then left arm right up next to your ear. And keep that chin in line with your chest. So let's stretch the right leg back, roll the toes under, press through the heel, lift the left arm right up next to your ear. And then release left leg, stretch it back, right arm, reach it out in front. Okay. Take it a little further and we'll do the balancing cat. So here we go, right leg and left arm. I'm gonna lift the right leg, press through the heel, we can point with the toe. And release, other side, left leg. And right arm. Inhale, left leg, press through the heel, or point the toe. And then release. Press back into a child's pose. Support your head if needed. And we'll hold for a breath. Just walk the hands back towards your knees and we'll come sit in the rock pose. Or of course the high knee. Give some love to our hands, right? And our wrists. Okay, let's come all the way down onto our belly. All the way down, my forehead and nose are on my mat. And I'm going to take my arms down by my side. Nice deep breath. Let's turn the palms up towards the ceiling and bring your shoulders down away from your ears. We're going to use the back of the head to lift. My feet are on the ground. And then with your next exhale, lift the palms of your hands to the ceiling. So the weight shifts to your pelvis. And that's why we're letting our legs be Be soft and toes are wide, your feet are wide. And then release the effort. Then roll to one side of your face. Try it again. Forehead and nose on the mat. My feet are hip width apart. I'm going to use the exhale to lift the back of the head and press the palms up. Feel the weight shift to your pelvis, and that's good. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And release the effort. Nice deep breath into your belly. Get our forehead and nose ready, and we'll take the hands just under your shoulders and lift into a baby cobra. And we're going to come down onto the elbows. So this pose is called Sphinx Pose. Up on my elbows, and my elbows are directly under my shoulder, so they're not far back like this, or too far forward like that, but they're directly under my shoulders and shoulder width apart. Notice if you're clenching in your behind, or your legs, or your abdomen, and breathe into that space. You want it to be soft. Soft for your breath to flow in there and flow out. And then I'm going to bring my chin just a little bit down towards my chest. Not all the way down, but I'm just looking for an opening in the back of my head. Direct your breath into your belly, nice and deep. Then we'll walk the hands back to your shoulders. We'll get ready to do a Cobra Pose. So again, your legs and your feet are supported by the earth. They're not lifting here. You're going to get the forehead and nose ready and use the exhale to lift the back of the head. Use the shoulder blades together, and your shoulders are down, far away from you. The weight shifts onto your pelvis, and that's okay, but try not to clench through your bottom. So here we are. As you exhale the breath down onto one side of your face. We'll get ready to do one more. Forehead and nose. On the exhale, lift the back of your head. Shoulders up, down, and back, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Try not to clench your body. Then release the effort opposite side of your face. Let's inhale and press up into the hands and knees. Then walking your hands back towards your knees will come up into the rock or the honey. Okay. I'm going to turn my legs out in front. And come into what's called Dandasana, or seated mountain. Sitting up nice and straight and tall, we're going to take the shoulders up, down, and back. I have my hands right beside my knees. Bring the soles of your feet together. This is called Cobra Pose. I'm holding on to my toes here. You hold on to your ankles, even your shins or knees. The idea is to draw the heels back towards your groin. And at the same time, draw the knees open and towards the floor. So play with this just a moment or two. And hopefully it's feeling okay for your hips because they're pretty open in this. Right? They're pretty open here. You might be feeling a stretch in here. You might be feeling an opening or a stretch in here. Just see what works. The idea is to sit up nice and straight and tall. Losing our nice tall spine. I like to add a little butterfly. Now let's bring the knees together and we'll stretch the legs out in front in little shape. Let's take the sole of, this is my right foot, I'm going to place it right into my left thigh. You want to feel your sit bones kind of grounding down, but you want to kind of open them and draw them back. We're always looking to square off our hips. We don't want one hip way back here and then one forward. So that's why we look to ground your sit bones and make sure they're even. Sole of your foot into the side of the other thigh. Let's talk about why it's so important for your hips to be square. You have this joint at your low back where your sacrum is. It looks like a big triangle pointing down. The joints on either side of that bone move just tiny bits. Don't have a lot of range of motion there. And we don't want to have one in one position and the other in a different position. They need to be nice and square. Nice and healthy for your spine. Okay, so a hand on either side of your knee. And the gaze should be at your big toe. All the while you're opening this hip. Your chin in line with your chest, and we'll bring our gaze now to the knee. You make your spine nice and tall. We'll ease up and draw the leg forward. Come back in our Dandasana. Always want to go to the other side. Always important to come to center first. Sole of the left foot this time inside of the right thigh. Sit up nice and straight and tall, and we'll take a hand on either side of your right knee. Press through the heel. Your gaze can be at the toe, at the big toe. Bring your chin down and have the gaze be at your knee. All the while, this hip is opening, and the knee is opening towards the floor. Let's ease up and we'll draw the knee in and stretch it out. Little shake. Let's open the knees. Nope, not the knees. Let's open the feet nice and wide. What happens sometimes is when we're in these seated poses, the spine and the back round. See if you can lift up and draw the weight right on the forward side of your sit bones. Not rolling to the back, but rolling towards the front. Start by bringing our hands between. Coming forward from your hip. Hands in the center. Chin always is in line with your chest. Let's ease up and we'll take a hand on either side of the right knee. Gaze can be down at the knee or towards your big toe. That is going to work here. Ease up and coming to center, hand on either side of the left knee. Gaze can be to the big toe or down the knee. All the while making a long spine and lifting up the crown of your head. Ease up, and then we'll bring the soles of the feet together back into our cup. Don't sacrifice that nice tall spine to get to your toes. Then we'll do a little butterfly flap. And knees together, stretch them forward, and we'll give them a little shake. Okay, while we're here, let's do a forward bend, but I'm going to turn to my side so you can see. Again, the sit bones are very important where they are. Are they even? Are my hips even? Is my spine nice and tall? So the forward bend is a hinging motion to your toes. If you're having a hard time maintaining a nice tall spine here, then this is where you want to be, just maintaining the pose. If you want to move a little further into the forward bend, but it feels like too much on your lower back or your hips, you put a little bend in your knee. The idea is to make the fold, not necessarily get to the toes. So bending the knees and scooping the arms under and behind. This is a great forward bend. Okay. Come all the way down onto our backs. And however you get there, take your time. Going all the way down onto our back. Hear me? Okay. Before we flatten out the legs, let's lift the hip. And draw the weight onto your shoulders, never your head or your neck, but your shoulders and your feet and legs are holding the weight. And tuck that sacrum down and under and release your mat. You can straighten your legs. If it feels like too much for your low back, bend the knees. And set down your sacrum nice and supported. Full curve of your spine. And try it again. Now it may not work, and you may want to keep your knees bent. And then come up into your torso and flatten your shoulder blades, right? Opening the back of your neck. With your hands on your belly, let's just breathe. Roll the head from side to side. See how that feels. We're not looking to go really far. This is just exercising awareness. Noticing your neck. Always want to support the back of your neck, not flatten it. support it, natural curves, by flattening out those shoulder blades. Okay, let's do a bridge pose. We're going to bend the knees and walk the feet as far back as you can get them. And then when they're as far back towards your bottom as you can get them, round them down. And we're going to slowly peel your low back off of the mat. Gently peel, nice and slow process here. Lifting hips. Trying to make a nice straight line from your knees to your shoulders. We're looking for that nice straight line. And then the arms can be down by your side, or you can interlace your fingers. Notice that I'm bringing the weight more onto my shoulders, never my head or neck. And bridge pose. Let's bring it down. Let's use the breath to come in and out of the bridge pose. Here we go. The inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to lift the hips. Inhale. Back down. Exhale. Bridge pose. Remember, we're not moving our head or neck. Weight is on the back of the shoulders. And release. Last one. Inhale, exhale, peel. Low back up. Pressing up through the hips. Arms can be down by your side. Or you can interlace your fingers underneath. And we'll come all the way down to your low back. Then take the right knee to your chest, and then we'll stretch the left leg long. Then release the right knee, take the left knee into your chest and stretch. And then we'll take both knees into our chest and cross at the ankles. I'm rolling from side to side here. And now with my hands on my knees, I'm going to draw some circles. And be sure to go in the opposite direction. Let's come to center and release the knees. We'll begin with your knees bent. We're going to do a cat stretch. So we'll take the right knee into your chest, extend the left leg long, and I'm going to guide this knee across the body and to the other side. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to keep my chin in line with my chest. And this arm over here. Or I was wondering what to do with this arm. Well, you could put it to your hip. Support your hip. You can open it to the side. Now this is going to depend on your shoulder and how much flexibility you have there, but you can play with it. Bring it up towards your ear and down towards legs. To the side. Lots of things. Cat stretch. Let's take both hands and reach down towards the knee and we'll roll onto our back. And release your feet to the floor and bend your knees and we'll go to the other side. So left knee to your chest. Right leg stretches long. And guide this knee across the body into the other side. Your chest, looking up at the ceiling. This arm here, what are we going to do? Bring it to your hip. Side. Experiment with your flexibility. There's your head and legs. Let's reach down towards your knee and roll onto your back. Settle yourself with your knees bent and feet on the floor. You're gonna get ready and just do an ending relaxation, a Shavasana, a corpse pose. I'm gonna straighten my legs, but you always have the option to keep your knees bent. Flattening my shoulder blades helps to open my chest and rolling the palms up towards the skin. I'm gonna lift my hips just to round down to my low back. Have your hands on your belly or out to the side. Take some breaths here. Close your eyes. Coming out of Shavasana now is just kind of making little movement, waking up on the outside. I like to roll to one side and help yourself come to seated. You can always come to a chair if this pose is not going to work for you. Here we are, 10 o'clock. The hour is done. Hands together, thumbs on your heart. Stay. Come back next week. Stay warm. Good morning, Berlin yogis, or Clinton yogis. Good morning, yogis. The last time I checked, it was 3 degrees outside, so you're made the right decision. Do Zoom yoga today. And that's our option, Zoom yoga. So stay warm and stay safe, and let's begin in our chair. So try not to sit back in your chair, but support your own spine, and we'll sit up nice and tall. Let's begin by just moving the shoulders. We'll loosen up. So hang your arms down by your side and lift up to the crown of your head. Sit up as making yourself as tall as you can be. And we'll just begin by moving the shoulders. So I'm going to bring my shoulders up and then down and back. And then up and forward and down. So you can see if you can make the effort come from your shoulders rather than doing it with your arms. So let your arms be soft and create the movement with your shoulder. It's like an upside down U. Then when you get them up, down, and back, just squeeze your shoulder blades for a moment. Feel that nice open chest, and then release the effort. This time we're going to go down, back, and up. Down, forward, and up. We're making the U shape. chin. Try not to have effort come from your arms, but be about moving the shoulder. All right, and then come into neutral. Take your shoulders down away from your ears, nice tall neck, and we'll just bring the shoulders up to your ears and then really draw them down and away. Let's do one more like that. And then just bounce down. Okay. Let's move to the front of our chair. And we'll reach to the back. Again, we're looking for an opening of the chest. So if this is too much for you, you can always reach down, open the chest without extending the shoulders or opening the shoulders so much. And then release. We'll reach to the back or reach down. Then last one. Okay, let's do a twist. Bring the feet together and the knees together. This is my left arm. I'm going to bring it to my right knee, right hand on top, and I'm going to sweep the arm back and then exhale and close the hands. Let's do 5 of these. Just one last one. And then come to center. So right arm onto the side, all the way over to my left knee, and then my left hand up top. Let's do 6 on this side. We had a practice one on that side. And 2 more. And last one. And then come to center. We'll open our feet hip width apart. Now let's just do a forward bend. So using the exhale to come forward. So nice deep breath. And exhaling forward and down. And as you inhale, come up and back. Try it again. Forward and down. Inhaling up and back. And last one. This time let's hold for a breath. The next time you inhale, very nice. Let's sit back in our chair. And we'll do something for the head and the neck. So take your chin back, setting your head directly over your shoulders. It's amazing how much of the time you can have this forward posture in our head and our neck. So really draw it back and then release any effort so there's nothing holding tight. And I'm going to take my right arm to the left side of my head and guide my right ear towards my right shoulder. I'm not pulling it, I'm just guiding it. And then to get a little deeper stretch, you can release the arm on the opposite side, so now feel that. And a little deeper stretch if you bring the arm out halfway. Not all the way up, but fingers pointing down. Then release the arms. Release the head. Again, directly over your shoulders. Release the effort. Left arm all the way over to the right side of my head, and I'm guiding left ear, left shoulder, no yanking. Then the opposite arm, I start by hanging it by the side and then halfway to halfway, a quarter of the way. Release the arms and then release the head. So let's bring your chin forward down to your chest. And then we're going to use the inhale to roll the head open and over to the right, back to the chest, and over and open to the left. So really move mindfully, going back to the right, chin to chest, and left. Chin to chest. One more on each side. Right, chin to chest, and left. And then gently lift the head, come back to sleep. Okay, let's take the arms out to the side and we're going to bend the elbows into our cactus pose, right? We're going to bring the elbows out in front, heels of your hands and fingers. We're going to inhale, open, and exhale, close. And then this time, when you inhale, we'll reach into a V and exhale and close. So inhale and exhale. And one last one like that. And just a couple more, inhale and exhale. And let's drop the elbows and release the arms. We'll give them a shake. Let's do something for the hands. Rub our hands together. It is cold. And if your hands and feet are cold today, that's because it's 3 degrees. So be mindful if you leave your house, So I'm going between the fingers, get your thumbs, and don't forget the tops. Okay, let's interlace our fingers and press forward. And then we're going to inhale them right over and above the head here. If you can bring your thumbs together and your pinkies together, make a nice seal. And straighten those elbows. And then release and rain your fingers down. Together, interlace and press. Inhale it up and over. And then release and rain the fingers down. Last one, interlace the fingers. Inhale up and over. Release and rain the fingers. Okay, let's switch it up and do the other side. So opposite thumb on top, press it forward, up and over, and release down. Opposite thumb on top, press it forward, inhale it up and over, and rain your fingers down. Last one, opposite thumb. Press, and lift, and release. Let's take the arms out to the side and give yourself a nice big hug. Hold on to your shoulders, and we'll just rock from side to side. And then we'll switch it up. So open it up, opposite arm on top. Nice hug, rock from side to side. Release the arms, and let's go to the front of our chair. There's more space to do stuff when you're to the front of your chair. Okay, let's use our arms, shoulders up, down, and back, and we'll use the arms to inhale out and up, and then exhale it out and down. In through the nose And exhale it out and down. Last one. Nice noise to your inhale and your exhale. Very calming for your body to hear yourself breathe. Okay. Let's walk our feet nice and wide. And we'll walk them back together. Mixed up here. Walking them wide. And then walking them together. And once more like that, walking them wide. And walking them together. Let's take the right knee into your chest and give it a squeeze. Then the left knee into your chest and give it a squeeze. Notice how I'm always pressing through, keeping the feet active rather than just letting it dangle, right? You want it to be involved. Okay, hands on knees, we'll do a little open close. Open close. Okay, feet on the floor, knees hip width apart, ankles hip width apart. In our seated mountain. Okay. We're gonna walk our feet nice and wide. And then stretch one leg out. Really press through the heel. And then bend the knee and the opposite leg, stretch it out. If you're at the edge of your chair, you should be able to do this, no problem. You might have to move to the edge of your chair. So let's do it again. Right, stretch it out, press through the heel. And left, stretch it out. You can try both, right and left. You want to keep a little bend in the knee and really, push down through your heels. And use your core to keep you strong. So you can keep a bend in the knee if you'd like to, or straighten the legs. So here we're going to go arms by your side. We're going to inhale the arms up and all the way up, palms facing forward, letter X. Bend the elbows and bend the knees. Try it again, walking the feet wide. You do one leg at a time. If you felt like two or too precarious, be mindful of how stable your chair is as well. Okay, here we go. We'll bump in the knee. Shoulders up, down and back. We're going to inhale. The arms out and up. Letter X. Breathe in, letter X. Lots of space between your fingers. Breathe in, letter X. And exhale. Elbows and then the knees. You always have the option to do one way. Wide. And stretch legs out, little bump in the knee. Shoulders up, back and down. We're going to inhale them out and up and forward. Letter X. This time we're going to exhale it into Goddess Pose. It looks like this. And exhale and bend the elbows to the sides of your chest. Beautiful. Inhale and reach. Exhale and lower. Inhale and reach. Exhale and lower. Release the arms and bend the knees and walk the feet together. Let's take one knee into your chest and give it a little hug. Tell it, good job. Good job. Other knee into your chest. Give it a little hug. Good job, good work. And feet on the floor, a little open close. Let's bring the soles of your feet together. Make sure you're really grounded down on your chair and that you feel safe. It's not going anywhere. Sit up nice and straight and tall, right? Nice tall spine. The soles of my feet together. Hands on your thighs, nice open chest. Breathe here. Cobbler's pose, breathing in and out. Hold for another breath. And you're feeling a nice opening, stretching your groin, opening of your hips. Let's bring the knees together, and this time we'll stretch one leg out and the other. One leg out and the other. One more, one leg, and then the other. Very nice. Let's come back to our seated mountain. Knees over your ankles and your shoulders up, back, and down. And then release the effort without collapsing. So you'll set yourself up in this nice mountain pose, seated mountain. And then breathe in and release. You're not holding everything so tightly. Pull the belly in, make your belly work. Let's stretch the right leg forward and we'll add a reach. We'll inhale it up and then go to the other side, using your breath to come forward. Inhaling back up and exhaling other side. You can find that breath flow that allows you to move from one outstretched leg to the other. So you can slow the breath down. Let's end on the left side, stretching out left leg. Forward and inhaling up and back. Let's walk the feet wide again. This time we'll do a little bit of cat and cow. When I move back and forth like this, I'm just adjusting my sit bones. When I ground myself down into the chair, I can pull my belly in and I know I'm safe. Doing all these things with my arms and my legs, I'm safe because my core is working and my sit bones are grounded. So make that connection and connect to your core here. Okay, so our feet are wide. And we're just gonna come forward. So one elbow on one thigh, the other elbow on the other thigh. See how that feels. You might have to walk your feet a little more forward to feel safe. You always want to feel safe. So we're going to do the cat and the cow, I said. So inhaling brings the heart forward. And be mindful of the back of your neck when you're lifting your head like that. So you can just bring your chin down just a bit. So you're inhaling, heart forward, exhaling, round through the spine. Notice how all of this is not changing. The only thing that's changing is my spine is rounding and I'm pulling my belly in. Inhaling and exhaling. So find that subtle movement. Subtle movement. Press your feet into the floor when you round. Connected to your base. Inhaling heart forward, exhaling, rounding through your spine. You're hollowing out your belly. Feel that. And just once more. Heart forward, and then rounding. And then I'm going to take the hands to the thighs, come to seated, and walk my feet together. So let's take one knee into our chest and give it a hug. Activating the feet by pressing through the heel. Other side, give it a hug. Just through the heel, activating. Okay, let's stand up in our mountain pose. Okay, so let's begin by just opening your feet a little bit. Mine are about as wide as the chair, or maybe just a tad bit wider. And just place your hands on your hips, and we'll do our side to side. And then we'll come to the center and then press back through your bottom and forward through your hips. The knees have to be soft for this, otherwise you're going to stress them out. Big circles, bending your knees when you need to. And then the next time we come back, let's change the direction. Hips forward, bottom back, big circles, easy knees. And back to the center. And then we'll walk the feet together in mountain. Let's take the shoulders back and down in mountain. And again, you're making yourself as tall as you can be. Okay, let's hold on to our chair, and I'm going to open my feet a tad bit wider than hip width apart, and I'm just going to kick my heels to the back, kicking to the back. You can even put your hands on your hips, kicking to the back. Just to make sure you know what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. To the back. Do it behind the chair, just in case you need the chair. One more on each side, and then we'll come back into the mountain pose and hold for a breath. Let's try that letter X standing. So open your feet. Definitely need to be wider than your chair. Round down through your feet. Easy knees. Let's inhale the arms out to the side, and then all the way up. My palms are facing forward. So we'll hold here for a breath in the letter X. Nice deep breath in, reach through your fingers and down through your feet. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows and walk the feet together. We'll hold for a breath in between. Open your feet nice and wide. You've got your chair here if you need it. We're going to inhale the arms up at shoulder height and then all the way up, palms facing forward. Reaching up through your fingers and down through your heels, letter X. The next time you exhale, we'll bend the elbows and walk the feet together. We'll hold for a breath in between. And last one, open your feet. Inhale up the arms, letter X. Take a nice deep breath in, letter X. The next time you exhale, we're going to bend the elbows to the sides of your torso and squeeze your shoulder blades together and bend your knees. This is the goddess pose. So we'll inhale up into letter X and then down into goddess. You can hear my breathing. I'm practicing what's called Ujjayi breath. You can hear my breathing in and my breathing out. The next time you exhale here in goddess, we'll release the arms and walk the feet together. Let's come into our mountain pose and we'll hold for a few breaths. Standing poses are heat building, and we're trying to build the heat today on a 3-degree day. But it's also important to come back to center and cool off. Just deep breath in and out. Okay. I'm going to stand behind the chair now. We're going to use our breath to walk in and out of downward dog. So beginning in our mountain pose. And breath in, I'm going to exhale into my downward dog, walking away, coming down into downward dog. Now, your knees can be easy, even your elbows can be bent. Your downward dog looks like that, that's okay too. The next time you inhale, we'll walk back into mountain. And then use the exhale to walk back into downward dog. Use the next inhale to walk back into mountain. And we'll hold for a breath. Okay, let's stand to the side of the chair in our mountain, and then we're going to open the feet nice and wide. We're going to do a triangle pose. Now look down at your feet and see if your toes are pointing forward or they're pointing out to the corners of the room. It doesn't matter which. Body has this innate wisdom, and your feet will go where they need to be to support your joints, your knees and your hips. Okay, so place one hand on the chair, and we're going to use the breath to inhale up the outside arm. We're going to take it out to the side and all the way up into a letter X, but this is actually a triangle pose. And if you feel like you can look up and at your thumb, your shoulder here down and away from your ear. This is triangle pose. So you're reaching up through your fingers and down through your legs. Next time you exhale, we'll bring that outside arm down and then we'll walk them together. Triangle. Try it again. Open your feet nice and wide. My feet are pointing to the corners of the room, so my body knows how to support my hips. This time we're going to take the inside foot, the foot closest to your chair, and rotate on the heel and point the toes to the wall to the side of you. And then the outside foot, we're going to bring it halfway in. So make sure your feet are lined up for the next part of this. Now, if you feel like a tugging on your knee, then close your feet up or go not all the way into the pivots, but maybe halfway. Do what you need to do to make always a slight bend in the knee too. We're never locking. We're going to inhale the arm up out to the side and all the way up. This is a triangle pose. You want to rotate your head, keep your shoulder down. You can look up there at your outstretched hand. And engage those legs, make them work. And we'll exhale the outside arm down. Toes pointing forward, and then we'll walk the feet together. Let's take a breath in our mountain pose. We're going to take the chair from this side to this side, and we'll do the triangle on the other side. So beginning in mountain, we're going to open the feet nice and wide. This time we're not worried about pivoting. We're just going to let it be, whatever it is. Inside arm as your chair. Outside arm, we're going to inhale it up at shoulder height and then all the way up with the palm facing forward. So this is like a letter X. Missing one part. Bring your center, rounding down through your feet, reaching up through your fingers. If it's okay to So look up at your thumb, you can do that. Your shoulder down. We're in a triangle pose. I'm gonna release the arm and walk the feet together. Hold for a breath in mouth. Okay, let's open the feet again for triangle. This time we're gonna do some fancy footwork. We're gonna take the inside foot and point the toes forward. And then the outside foot, we're gonna bring the toes halfway in. But the torso is still gonna stay forward. That's why when you make this position with your feet, if you feel any kind of tugging on your knee, then only go halfway in. So in other words, pivoting all the way, pivot maybe halfway. Same thing for this. When you're drawing it halfway, if it's tugging on the knee, then just bring it more forward. That's all. And torso is forward. Hold on to the chair. We're going to inhale up the outside arm, out and then all the way up. Engage your legs, pull your belly in, and look up at your thumb, triangle pose. Triangle pose. And then release the elbow, draw the toes to look forward, and then we'll walk them together. Let's come into mountain and all that means. We'll build it from the bottom up. So our feet grounded down into the earth, just as much on your forward foot as you are on your backward foot. And the same, the outside and the inside, really grounding down through your feet. And your knees are easy, but they're straight. Then we'll lift up and out of your center. The shoulders up, down, and back, and lift up to the crown of your head. And then let it all go. Not, but soften. Soften that mountain. Okay, let's turn towards the chair. And we'll use the breath again to walk in and out of the downward dog. Remember, these standing postures are keep building. We're building heat and strength. It's always important to balance it out with some forward bend and things that are more common. So let's take this breath in. And we'll exhale, downward dog. And we'll inhale, mountain. Make the breath as slow as we exhale. Downward dog. And inhale. Feeling. Inhaling. That mountain pose. I'm going to turn my chair around so that it's there for our next pose, which is a forward bend. So when you're standing in your mountain, look down, and your toes should be kind of lined up with the outside edge of your chair. So you're nice and close. We're going to use the in-breath to come out, up. Then we're going to use the exhale to bend the knees and come forward into the forward bend. Notice how I have my hands on the chair. Not quite let my head go. And I'm going to inhale and take the hands from the chair right to the thighs and press into your feet and straighten the legs. Beginning in mountain. Out and up, exhaling, easy knees coming forward from your hip. This time let your head hang. And we'll inhale up into the half forward bend. Notice how my knees are always kind of micro bend here. And we'll come into forward bend again. The next time you inhale, nice deep bend in the knee and hands to the top of your thigh. Press in as you lift up this mountain. Just holding this mountain for a breath or two. Okay, let's sit in our chair. Getting ready to close our class today. Time flies. Sit back in your chair so that the most of your thigh is supported. And sit up nice and straight and tall with your spine. And ease your belly. Let it be soft and let the breath just fill it up. So we'll end today with a breathing exercise, a breathing pranayama, which is what it's called in yoga. Pranayama, the way to use your breath to achieve a certain result. Now we're going to use our breath just to relax a bit, right? We don't want to relax too much. It's Saturday, we have things to do. But we want to just relax a moment. So feel your sit bones, feel yourself grounded down in your chair. And the same thing for your feet. You can feel them on the floor. And they're all grounded, which means you can let the belly go, just let it be soft. Take your shoulders up, down, and back, and then just release the effort. Soften your shoulders and your arms. Close our eyes for this breath. As you draw the breath in, see if you can bring it nice and deep to the space under your hands. Imagine that your belly is a balloon and you're filling it up and then releasing the air on the exhale. Envision filling the balloon on the inhale. And then releasing the air from the balloon on the exhale. What happened? The balloon would deflate, right? Filling up your balloon and letting it go. As you release the breath from your balloon, imagine that you're pulling the belly button in, back towards your spine, emptying all the air. So that next inhale is just a little deeper. Squeezing the air out and then filling it up again. Release your hands and let your breath come back to your natural breaths. You're not holding or you're not squeezing. Everything's soft for your breath to flow in and flow out. And then when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Come back. Breath work is so powerful. There's so many things we can do with our breath. We can relax, we can get energy, we can balance, we can keep ourselves warm, we can cool ourselves off. Power of the breath. Bring our hands together into Namaste, and we'll take our big thumbs and just connect them. Close our eyes and take a nice deep breath in.